Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So since New Year's is over, Christmas is over, what's next? Valentine's Day. I got my Crystal Edge mold out today and I'm going to attempt a bloom. And for Valentine's Day, I'm going to try to back it with a maroonish, reddish, pinkish crackle effect. So these are the two that I'm going to use for the backing if I don't change my mind and use glitter. But I really like the crackle effect. I'm going to use my ocean white for the bloom part of it. And this time, instead of doing the normal circles that I always do, I'm actually going to draw petals today. So you're going to need your Fast Cure by Let's Resin heated to, I think 33, 34 degrees Celsius. So I have my heat gun here. And this will be for later. This will be after my bloom. So I'm just going to set those aside. So this is my 3 ounce mold. I have a 3 ounce and a 5 ounce. I prefer the 3 ounce just because I don't need a thick, coaster sitting around. So I'm going to mix up probably 2 ounces for now and save the last for the backing of it. And I'm going to split that between a little bit of the white and the rest will go in here. So let me get that mixed up and I will be back when it's heated, ready to pour at 33 degrees. All right, it is time to pour it out. It is 33.8, 33.9, and 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to pour out most of it, but I'm saving some for my white. And I also want enough, to be able to, enough space on the back so I could pour my back. That's probably good. More than enough that I need for white. I don't need that much. Maybe I will, do I put a center is the question. Let me put aside just a tiny little bit. I need to grab a little container. So I'm going to set aside a little for a glitter center. I'm going to use my Elegance, which is a chunky glitter mix, chunky fine, and it goes really well with this mica powder. Whether I use it in the center or not, I'm not sure. Let me just spray the surface, start popping bubbles. I'm just going to put the tiniest bit of resin in this little tiny container. Stir up my glitter. I don't generally put glitter in the center of mine because I don't like it moving all the time, but let's give it a try again. Maybe if I get it nice and thick, it won't go very far. And I'm gonna put it in first. I'm not gonna put it in after. So we'll get this set in there, kind of watch it. Try to get it in the middle. I don't want a lot. I don't like huge centers. It's personal preference. It's nothing against you guys that do like them. It's just, like I said, it's personal preference. A lot of times I won't do it. If you haven't seen me before, normally what I do is if I want a center after the fact, I will UV resin the center on the top and do a top coat at the same time. So I'll just UV resin some glitter in the center and then I'll top coat it with clear. Let me grab my little tiny torch. Pop some bubbles. This will be linked below as well. Okay, now it's time to mix up my white. Now, typically I go just past opaque, 1 drop at a time. And mine always comes out like really light. You know what I mean? Wispy, very, very wispy. So I think today I'm gonna go a little darker with my white. I did put a heap, well, that's pretty dark. That's much darker than I usually do. I don't want it too heavy because I don't want it to sink. But I don't really always like that wispiness. I want to see an actual petal. That's probably good. That was probably 2 good drops because I just kind of stuck it on. Now I'm going to grab a bag. Grab a bag, unless you want to pour it with your thing, but today I'm going to do petals, so I'm just going to pipe it out today. I didn't save a lot because you don't need a lot. All right. Let me get this situated. Get that pushed down. I'm just going to twist it really tight. Kind of like holding a pencil. You could cut this top off, or you can just stick it in your hand. I'm gonna cut it off today. I don't usually do that, but let's give that a try. Now I'm just gonna keep popping some bubbles. Let me zoom in for you. Or spritz it with alcohol. I don't want to ruin this mold. Get all my extras out of here. So it's not bad. The glitter isn't moving. I see some dust, which you're not going to see once we do the back, but I don't know. All right. All right. I'm going to cut my hole in the top of this, like about here. And like I said, I'm going to pipe petals today. I don't usually do petals, but I want to see if it comes out better. You don't have to worry about blobbing if you put something in the center like that. And then I'll do one more. Kind of a petal. Thinking here, do I want to add anything? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to let it do its thing. Now I see some glitter moving. It's going to take about an hour or so, so I'm just going to stand here and kind of watch it. I'll put you on a time lapse for a little while and let you watch the movement. It's done. It's gelled up. It's pretty hard, but it's not completely cured. So it looks like it bloomed okay, and it looks like the glitter stayed in its place. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Now, the only thing I hope doesn't affect it is it's still warm from the heat mat. So I'm hoping I put it up on top of another mold to keep it off the warm bottom, but I hope it doesn't make it cure too quickly. So I've got 2 ounces that I've split between 2 cups. 1 cup is going to be alcohol ink in a transparent. Again, I don't want that to be on something warm right now. So I'm just going to squirt some black, and this will be the color of the veins. So you just want a transparent color of your choice, and you want a mica powder of your choice. You don't want a lot of mica powder, you just want a little bit, enough, you know, enough to make your resin opaque, but not crazy heavy that it all sinks. So I'm just going to squirt just a little bit more. I know it looks dark, but it's really not dark. We're going to pour this in first, and then we'll pour in the mica powder over it. See how you could see the stick through there, so it's not very dark. This, I'm going to use Ruby Pearlescent Pigment. This is by Estoyo. I will link that below, along with a coupon code that they have given me for you guys. So definitely check out my description page. There's all kinds of stuff in there for you. So I'm just going to do one small scoop. And make sure it doesn't look transparent. You can always add more. You just can't take it away, obviously. And it's basically a puddle pour. And that looks really good. One small scoop was enough. What I'm hoping for is a crackle effect. Usually I get it. Sometimes I don't. So let's just hope. So this one goes in first. And I may hold some back depending on how it spreads. I only have 2 ounces of resin here. I'll hold a little bit back to pour in the center. Oops, I just dripped it. And then you're going to take your mica, pour that in the center. And then I'm going to take this and push this in the middle. And I'm going to torch some bubbles. That'll also heat it up and start it moving. See? All right, I will give you guys a time lapse for this. Now that wasn't a whole ton of moving. It's not done, obviously, but I did want to mention a couple things. One, I used my pump casting resin, the one that comes with a pump for this particular layer, because it has a lot more time to move. It's not thick. It's not my fast cure. This is like the 24-hour cure. So you want it to move as much and as long as it can. So it is a different resin than the first layer. That's so we can get the crackle. 2, I'm not putting it on the heat mat because I don't want to cure it. I want it to be able to move. So once it gets gelled where it's not going to move anymore, that's when I will help it so I can unmold it quicker. But until then, it's going to be a couple of hours, several hours before I touch it. There's probably not going to be a whole lot of movement left. I'm sure there is, but I need my phone for a few other things, and I can't do another time lapse. But it's really hard to see anyway with the black and the red really dark colors together. So I will be back for unmolding. It is time to demold this, but before I do that, I have a couple shout outs. Yesterday, I received a whole bunch of packages in the mail. It was like Christmas again. So first shout out to Karen Yanni. Karen has been a faithful viewer and purchaser on eBay since probably the beginning, and she has purchased so many items from me. She has sent me and Dawn multiple gifts, and she sent me another one. So I just want to say thank you, Karen. You are the sweetest. And what she sent, this is one of the things. This is a set of 13 molds, each a sea life with the imprint, and I guess they could be ornaments because of this top thing here. But they're sea life, so I'm not going to wait until next Christmas to do these. These look so cool. Yes, they're going to take some patience because I will probably fill in that portion with either UV resin or regular resin. but each one is different, I think. So these are pretty amazing. So I just want to say thank you to Karen. And she also sent me a glass cat candle holder. So if you all saw my, not cat, she sent me a bunny. I'll show you what I had. If you saw this video where I did the sleeping cat, that I found the actual glass cat at Goodwill or something like that, a thrift store, she wrote to me and said she had the same thing in a glass bunny. So she mailed it to me to make a mold. So Karen, I am making you a mold right now, and I'm going to be displaying it and using it, and then you're getting it for free because you have supported us for so long. You are going to get a free mold out of that. So thank you, Karen. Second shout out is to Barbara Valente. She was the one, now that I can say the name after Christmas. Remember the pink bow mold that I did and I couldn't say the name? Well, she ordered that for her mother who watches all the time. So she ordered that. She also ordered the Tree of Life that I did just a week or two ago. So she's ordered multiple things for me. And then all of a sudden in the mail, I get all these packages. So this is from Let's Resin. And these are the light bulb molds that comes with the little base to screw on and batteries to light up. So she asked if Don and I would do this as a challenge. And of course we're going to do that as a challenge. She also sent, oops, I'm spilling everything. These packages of pop stick mold, and these sticks go onto the melted popsicle mold. These go to the lollipop mold, so I'll be doing those. And she also sent me from Let's Resin. This is like a kit of multiple different shapes. So you've got a candle holder, you've got a sphere, you've got a couple, a round and a square coaster. Then it comes with this little thing which you could either stand up or lay down. It comes with the little pyramid and a cube. And it also came with a little measuring cup and stir sticks. So that was a big surprise. I just want to say thank you so much, Barbara. That was really, really sweet of you. And we will definitely be doing a video for you on all this stuff. So give me time. I have things piled up and I can only do one a day. So thank you for that. I'm going to go ahead and get this unmolded, except I'm looking at the top of it and I don't see a whole lot of change. So I'm nervous that this didn't work. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, it did work. It worked. Oh, actually, sorry guys, I'm looking at it. Hang on a minute. I'm happy with the bloom. That kind of moved a little, well, maybe didn't move off center. I just poured it off center, but the crackle in the back is very, very faint. So I think I should have used maybe clear instead of the black for the veins, because I can see the veins. You probably can't see the veins. But I like it. I really do like it. I wish that would have stayed circular, but you know. But I'm pretty happy with the petals. They didn't come out super wispy, although I do like the wispiness that they did have. So I do like the petals that way instead of drawing the circle around them. I think I'm going to grab my chrome marker. Let me go pick a chrome marker and see what it looks like to go around the edge. So I grabbed my chrome marker in gold. If I don't like it, then I guess I can just take it off. But let's just see what it looks like to go around this little edge. Just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. I can't see very well the way it's angled under the camera, so excuse me if I'm not doing it very neatly. What do you think? Do you like it or don't like it? I don't know if I like it. It's not too bad. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming in. I wish the crackle was a little bit more seeable. Seeable? Is that a word? Seeable. I don't know. I wish you could see the crackle a little bit better. My camera won't. My camera won't do it good enough. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Stay tuned. I'll get you a couple pictures.